Hello, everybody, and welcome to another One Stop Wrestling podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm joined by the not-so-anonymous One Stop Wrestling General Manager, Craig. And for today, we are just after WrestleMania Night 1, and we are going to give you a quick review, recap, and our One Stop Wrestling star ratings for every match that took place at Night 1. So, Craig, how are you? Did you enjoy Night 1?
I did. It was an odd feeling night of WrestleMania, but overall, I did enjoy the show. It had some strong points, some not so strong points. But man, I am so hyped for tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, really. Yeah, it was a pretty strong show all around. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's just get straight into the matches. So we'll go through each one. We'll just give a quick recap and we'll give our star rating. So they opened up with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's World Championship. And really solid match, really good opener, great way to start the show. They both worked really well together. Just a really good match. Like, there was some great near falls. Becky looked good. Rhea looked good, and in the end, Rhea Ripley won clean with two riptides, one into the turnbuckle and then one onto the mat. And Rhea Ripley is still your WWE Women's World Championship. So, what do you think of the match?
I loved it. It was a great live performance for Rhea Ripley coming into the ring. The match was solid. The chemistry was good. It was the correct winner. Rhea went over clean. It was perfectly booked, executed. Sold 3.5 stars from me for this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was a really good opener to the show. They're both excellent workers. They both know how to get it done on the biggest stage, and they couldn't have done much more really to get the show started off in a hot way. I actually went a bit higher. I gave it 4 stars.
I mean, you could go either 3.5, 4 stars. It doesn't really matter. It was a perfect match to open the show, set the tone for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, completely agree. Let's meet in the middle then. We'll give it our official rating of 3 3/4 stars. So next match was the 6-pack ladder match for the SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Championship. So basically in this one, you had the Raw Tag Team titles hung up on one side. Then you had the SmackDown titles hung up on another side. And basically both were up for grabs. So one team could win one set of titles, another team could win another. So basically they ended up splitting the titles because A-Town Down Under, that's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, ended up first capturing the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and then Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth ended up capturing the Raw Tag Team Championships to finish the match. And it was an amazing moment for R-Truth. Like, he deserves this. He's never won, I don't think, at WrestleMania. He's never had a WrestleMania moment, and this was great for a veteran who just put in so much amazing work over the years. The match in general was just like everything you'd expect. It was a car crash, like lots of crazy spots. We had like stereo moonsaults off the ladders. We had Tommaso Ciampa hitting like an air raid crash off the top of the ladder. We had a crazy spot with Johnny Gargano doing a springboard DDT through the table onto the outside, onto Pete Dunne. We had JD McDonough getting involved, and he ended up taking a sick ladder bump where he was pushed off the top of the ladder in the ring and ended up front flipping through 2 tables on the outside. Just car crash stuff, everything you'd imagine from 12 guys with a ladder match. What did you think, Craig? Did you enjoy the match? Was it a bit too spotty for you, or was it just loads of fun?
It was carnage. That is pretty much all I've got to say. It was carnage.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it, again, 3.5, 4 stars. I wasn't sold on A-Town Down Under winning the SmackDown titles. I would have preferred the new Catch Republic to have won. Considering I live in Birmingham, it would have been really nice to see a couple of local boys winning at WrestleMania. But hey, massive congratulations to both Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate for their WrestleMania debuts. It was absolutely fantastic to see. And yeah, it was great to see R-Truth get his WrestleMania moment finally. And that hot tag what to end the match was sensational.
Yeah. R-Truth is the greatest. I absolutely love him.
National treasure.
He really is. Yeah. The spot you were mentioning was Truth doing his usual thing. Yeah. Called for a hot tag off the Miz. Ended up getting it, hitting John Cena's 5 moves of doom, and then ended up going for a pinfall on Finn Balor, which he counted himself. So technically, R-Truth got a pinfall win and a ladder match title win too at the same time. So yeah, great stuff. I'm with you. It was a great match. I gave it myself 4 stars. So again, we can meet in the middle, 3 3.75.
I think we're onto something here.
There you go. So, next match was Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Not really much to say from this one. It was quite a standard tag team match, wasn't it, really?
It was short. It was sweet. I don't really know if it progressed the story. We got a couple of the Philadelphia Eagle legends getting involved to help Rey and Andrade win the match. It didn't really do anything for me. I mean, Alfonso's probably like 20.5-star match.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a thing that happened. I'll give it 2 stars.
Yeah, see, I'm with you. Apologies to our American fans out there, but I guess we're 2 English people who probably aren't, well, you're Scottish, but we probably aren't really sure who these guys are.
I mean, I knew who they were. It just didn't do anything for me. I mean, it's a great pop for the local fans, and it's not the first time WWE have done something like this. I don't have an issue with it, but for me personally, it was just a thing that happened.
Yeah, I felt the same. The actual match itself probably could have taken place on a SmackDown, if anything. I mean, the thing we're talking about is Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson came in and with masks on and basically helped Rey Mysterio win the match. And then, it was just a nice feel-good moment, really. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. About 2 stars for that. Nothing spectacular, but, not bad as a little filler match.
Sorry, Alfonso.
Yeah, sorry. He loved it. So we'll move on to what was for me the down point of the show, and that was Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. This was just very underwhelming.
I think it was underwhelming for several reasons. I think at this point the cold was really affecting the fans. I mean, I expected a whole stadium to be yeeting to Jey Uso. We just didn't get it. The chemistry wasn't great.
The chemistry wasn't there at all, which is absolutely bizarre considering they're twin brothers.
It just didn't feel big.
Yeah.
I mean, this didn't work. I honestly think the wrong person won. I think Jimmy needed this win way more than what Jey did. Nothing in it really worked for me, so it's unfortunately a 1 star.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. We both said on our prediction show that we thought Jimmy should have won. It was a short match. They didn't get a lot of time. Essentially, the body of the match was just a shitload of super kicks. From either guy, there were no moves as such. They just kept super kicking each other, and it was a little bit dull, really, which is a shame because they could have done something special. Maybe they needed a stipulation attached to the match. I don't know, because it was a brother versus brother sort of, personal feud, but it was very underwhelming. It just didn't connect, and I gave it the exact same rating as you, 1 star. So yeah, shame really. But we'll move on to the 6-woman tag team match. We had Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi versus Damage Control. Amazing entrance for Bianca, Jade, and came out on this big platform essentially, and they just looked awesome. The match, again, it wasn't like anything special, but solid match. It was really all about Jade.
Yes, it was the Jade Cargill show. I think for her first match in WWE, with the exception of the Royal Rumble, she did absolutely fantastic. She looked and acted like an absolute star. I thought this was pretty solid. Right team won. Jade Cargill getting over was great booking. 3 out of 5.
Again, I'm pretty much in agreement with you. The booking was perfect. It's exactly what you needed to happen. Bianca and Naomi essentially did all the grinding and the selling, and then Jade got the hot tag at the end and just destroyed everybody, which is what you needed to do with her. It's everything you'd expect, really. And yeah, great booking. Like, established Jade Cargill. She is a star in the making, and they did a great job. I gave it 3 stars too. So this is bizarre. We're actually in a lot of agreement here.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't, no. We'll move on to the penultimate match of the night, which, in my opinion, was the best match of the night. I absolutely love this match. I'm talking about Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Amazing match. Like, the psychology was spot on. Like, Gunther being the bigger, stronger, he's just physically dominating, and he destroyed Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn is the master of selling and playing a babyface in peril. He looks in pain. He looks like he's being tortured, and throughout the whole match. And they meshed, their styles meshed so well. It was a perfect balance of the 2 styles. The big guy just dominating versus the small guy who can just make everything look good. Sami Zayn got the shit kicked out of him for the whole match, basically. Gunther got arrogant. He just kept doing move after move. Sami was like dead, and Gunther got complacent. And Sami fired up at the end with like this amazing comeback, hit a wicked top rope brainbuster, 2 haluva kicks, and the incredible 665-day reign of Gunther is over. We have a new Intercontinental Champion. What do you think, Craig?
This is where we're going to disagree. I absolutely hated this match.
Wow.
I hated every single aspect of it.
Wow.
Gunther should not have lost. Sami Zayn should not have won. Chad Gable should have finished his story against Gunther and dethroned him. I just could not give a fuck about this match.
Wow.
And I can hear in the background somewhere in the West Midlands here, Rohit going, "Yes, boy."
Yeah, he'll probably say the same thing.
I'm not going to take away from people who enjoyed it. As a match, it was a good match. It just wasn't what I wanted, or how I wanted Gunther's reign to end. But that's just me personally. So as I say, I'm not going to take away the match for how people enjoyed it.
That's fair enough. If that's your opinion, I was of the same opinion in our prediction show before the match. I said, I reiterated, Sami is not the right guy to take this belt of Gunther. By the end of that match, I was completely happy. I was like, this is perfect. Sammy is the right guy because he played the babyface in peril so well, and you had the whole backstage stuff before the match where he's like kissing his wife and son, and then you have Kevin Owens and Chad Gable both like giving him this big pep talk and like, you know, you can do this, and like they told such an amazing story that I was completely sold by the end of it, and I'm happy. But that's fair enough if that's what you think. I thought this was the best match of the night, and I gave it 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I'm going to go to, but that's just me personally.
Wow, 2 stars. That's harsh, man. That match was brilliant. A brilliant match. But hey, that's wrestling. We all have different opinions. I don't think we're going to meet in the middle on that. So we'll do our 2 separate ratings and leave it at that.
It's probably best to move on.
Yes, let's move on. So we'll move on to the main event, the epic tag team match, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. To sum up the match, really, I mean, it was. Let's just say this right off the bat: it was a great match. It went 45 minutes, which is obviously on paper a very long time. They started off like fairly cagey, just feeling each other out. It took about 10-15 minutes really for the match to like sort of go up a gear. But once it did,
also took 20 minutes and 10 seconds for 4 entrances.
Yes, the entrances were long, as you could imagine with these 4 guys. And weirdly, Roman Reigns actually had the shortest entrance, if I'm correct. I think he did. But yeah, like 15-20 minutes in, the match really got going. Like amazing storytelling, like some great spots. The Rock essentially throughout the whole match just played this like massive heel. Like obviously the match was a regular tag match, but because of the Rock's influence of the referee, it was essentially a no disqualification match. He could do whatever he wanted because he just told the senior referee Shad Patton that he would fire him if he got involved, counted him out, whatever. So the Rock just did whatever he wanted. They brawled around ringside. He used the weight belt to hit Cody Rhodes a few times. Cody got a awesome rock bottom on the Rock through the announce table. There was a really cool moment where Roman went for a spear. Seth dived out the way and saved Cody, and Roman speared the Rock, and the Rock just did this amazing sell job. Like his inside has just been blown out by like a shotgun or something. And in the end, The Rock and Roman Reigns were victorious, as probably was what we expected. The Rock got a cheap shot in on Cody with the weight belt, spear from Roman, Rock bottom, people's elbow. The Rock pins Cody Rhodes, and it's Bloodline rules for night 2. What do you think, Craig? Was this the grand main event that you thought it would be?
I think it was. I think The Rock was fantastic.
He was.
Considering it was his first match in 8 years. He looked in incredible shape. He didn't lag. He didn't look like he had any like ring rust or anything. The match did everything that you thought it was going to be. We knew The Rock and Roman were going to win. We knew it was going to be Bloodline rules for tonight.
Yeah.
We knew Seth was going to get severely banged up, hurt, going into his match against Drew McIntyre tonight. So this match, like, literally ticked every single box that it possibly could. This is easily a 5-star match for me.
Wow, 5 stars. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It did everything it needed to do. The storytelling was great. Like you said, Seth Rollins was selling the knee injury most of the match. The Rock and Roman worked on it. And they were told the story of Seth is just too banged up here to wrestle. How is he going to wrestle against Drew? The Rock didn't miss a beat. He was amazing for a 51-year-old guy, and he was in phenomenal shape as well. And the match was great. It really was a fantastic main event. They just kept you engaged throughout the whole 45 minutes. Great storytelling, great work from all four guys, and yeah, great way to end the show. I didn't go 5. I actually gave it 4.5 stars, the same as the Sammy and Gunther match. But yeah, I can see why people would give that match 5 stars. So yeah, amazing match. So yeah, that was it. That was WrestleMania Night 1. Really solid night of wrestling. What would you rate the overall night? Say out of 10.
7.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm solid 7. Yeah.
I expect tonight to have more drama, more whistles and bells. I think we're going to see some huge surprises. My wild predictions are that we see the debuts of Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga getting involved during Bloodline Rules.
Yeah, I think they need to throw everything into that match, don't they? Every possible family member they can. Rikishi needs to be there. Just make it into this epic battle and war that it should be.
I don't know how to explain it, but I really want Cena, Austin, the Undertaker to all come down, help Cody. I mean, I don't care that it's not part of the story. Like, just give me everything that you can throw at this match. Make it carnage. Make it memorable. Make it cinema.
I'm completely with you. And think of all the great WrestleMania moments we would have. Think the glass shattering, like you said, Cena, family members. You can just imagine Rikishi squaring up to Roman and the Rocks and what you do it. And everything, like you said, just throw everything at this match.
Give me Pharaoh getting involved.
Sorry?
Give me Pharaoh getting involved in this match.
Just everyone, anyone and everyone you can get. Could be one of the greatest WrestleMania main events of all time. One thing I do hope, though, I don't know if it was the acoustics in the building, if it was just my TV, but the crowd did seem a bit flat. I don't know if you got that impression.
Yeah, I generally, I'm going to put this down to how freezing the conditions were. I think after 4 hours, man, you have to feel cold. And it's hard to grind it out for that long in such freezing conditions.
Yeah. Michael Cole mentioned that several times about the cold weather. So yeah, it must have been difficult. But yeah, I hope the crowd perk up a bit. I hope the in-ring action can give them what they want, and we get a fantastic night of wrestling. So yeah, that's it. That's it, Craig. That was our night 1 recap, reactions, and star ratings. Thank you very much, Craig. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Go and check out all our WrestleMania podcasts on YouTube, all under One Stop Wrestling. Everybody enjoy night 2 of WrestleMania, and we will see everybody next time for another One Stop Wrestling podcast. Ciao, Craig.
Take care, Alex.